All right, so this session right here is OMG, how do I set up an AUG? So AUG stands for Atlassian User Group. So before I proceed, I would actually like to get a little bit of a straw poll. Who here has ever attended an Atlassian User Group meeting? So a small percentage, I think I saw about 5 hands actually come up. The next question is, who here is interested in actually starting an Atlassian User Group? Okay, cool. So that looks like about half to about 2/3 of you are actually interested in starting an Atlassian User Group. So for those of you who have not attended one and are not interested, does anyone have any answers to why you're here? I don't know. But so, all right. A little bit about me. My name is Anthony Pelosi, and I have been the SF Bay Area AUG, we like to call them AUGs for short, AUG leader since 2010. I've been an Atlassian user and evangelist since about 2005. And my contact info is up there, and you can easily find that later on. Even if you don't have the slide, just go search online for Atlassian User Group, and you'll probably find my info. If did anyone here see that karaoke last night on the second floor of? If anyone saw that wasn't me. That was my twin brother. So it wasn't me. Just in case there was any confusion. Let's see. All right. So what is an Atlassian User Group? So an Atlassian User Group is by users for users, and with Atlassian support though. So the important thing to note here is we really want to build this up as a community of users helping other users. But we do have the benefit of getting Atlassian support. So they do support us in terms of money, which is always great for food and drinks and anything else. Swag to hand out, whether it be raffles or just for coming for attendance. They do actually provide employees to come out and either answer questions or to actually give presentations. And so that's always a really, really great benefit of the user groups, is actually having the opportunity to speak with an Atlassian employee. Atlassian will also help them get started as well. So initially in the beginning, emails to customers and everything like that to really help spread the word. Partners are a great asset for the user groups. Partners tend to obviously be very, very well educated in the Atlassian product suite and have a lot to teach others. So definitely work with sponsors, whether it be for venues or to get presenters. So definitely utilize the presenters in your region for the user groups. So user groups are regionalized. I'm not sure exactly how many there is right now, but do you have a count on how many we have? Or dozens?
8 new ones too, just in the past 6 months.
Yeah. So it's great to have a regionalized local group. As much as we love to use the internet and use Google and everything like that, or support, answers.atlassian.com, it's great to just meet in person and talk to people and network and stuff. So really the basis of a user group is in-person meetings. So as much as we like to do everything digital online and everything like that, it's still great to have that human interaction, networking, meet in person, just like you're doing now, presentations, focus groups. And you want to have those user groups continuously throughout the year. It is a great resource, not only for existing customers, but also for potential customers. So at the last SF Bay Area AUG group meeting, we actually had an individual there who was not she was not a user at all. She was actually using FogBugs, and she was evaluating Jira as a replacement. And in addition to just doing her own research, she wanted to get feedback from real live customers in an environment where she wasn't going to get a sales pitch or something like that. So she was able to get a lot of great information on how Jira was being used, the community of users, and all that. So It's not just a great tool for existing customers, but also potential ones as well. All right, so I put together a little top 10 list on why you would want to become an AUG leader. Let's see here. Number 10, increased odds of being introduced to an alien requesting, take me to your leader. So you're now a leader of something. But actually, there's probably a good segue to show you one of the perks, the AUG leader shirts. So let me actually do this here. Did anyone see John's presentation yesterday on going with a Microsoft-less environment? Who here? Raise your hand if you saw that. All right. I don't have the music, but kind of did a little dancing thing and stuff like that. But so basically, you can see the kind of the theme, little aliens here on the back. Take me to your leader. So that's number 10. Number 9, it's a great way to solicit votes for feature requests and bugs you've submitted to Atlassian. So here's my shameless plug right here. So if anyone wants to go on and send some votes, get this issue fixed. It's about track packs between Jira and Confluence. Number 8, an opportunity to work with Atlassian's community manager, the insatiable Brittany Walker. So this is Brittany over here. So stand up real quick, Brittany. So if you haven't met Brittany yet, she is the community manager. And so if you're interested in starting an AUG group, definitely come talk to her. All right, number 7, practice overcoming stage fright by picturing the audience naked at AUG meetings. No, I'm not doing that. But it's good to keep the meetings kind of, a little bit lighthearted. They don't have to be always serious. People come to these things partly because it's a great opportunity just to network with people and talk and have a little bit of fun. So feel free to have fun with your meetings. Number 6, a guaranteed venue for the summit presentation you submitted that missed the cut. So it's a great way not only to submit, to present, but also if you want to practice presentations or let's see, if you're presenting next year and you want to have a place to actually use as a trial run. So it's a great place for presenting. All right, number 5, you choose the nerdy AUG meeting intros such as Atlassian users of San Francisco unite, or something like that. A little bit of a Hackers reference. Anyone who's seen that movie? All right, benefits galore. So there are a lot of benefits to being an AUG leader. So this slide is supposed to, actually, let's see, it's supposed to be timed. Oh, here we go. So we got swag, opportunities to post in the guest blog, one times with sales engineers, free community licenses, the shirt, newsletter, 50% discount for Summit and Atlas Camp, budgets for food and drink, become a member of a task force to give more feedback to Atlassian. And yesterday we actually had a breakfast just for the AUG leaders. So this is just a sample of some of the benefits. All right, number 3, if attending an AUG meeting doesn't get you out of work early, running one surely will. Number 2, an experience of a lifetime filled with networking opportunities, fulfilling relationships, and unlimited possibilities. So that seems a little corny, but in all honesty, that's the reason I do it. I don't do it for the perks or the community licenses or any of that. To me, it's just been an amazing experience to be a part of the Atlassian community. It's just a great company and great products and great people that work there. And obviously, great customers too and users. So it's just a great experience. And you always get whatever you put into something. So if you put a lot of work and hard work and effort into it, you'll get that returned 2 or 3-fold. So it's just a great experience. Number 1, you choose the beer and food. So that is a top 10 list for why you would want to become an AUG leader. All right, getting started. There is a lot of information actually on this page right here. It's very easy to find. If you just searched Atlassian User Group, this will be the first hit. There's a lot of information on, if you have a question, where is there any AUGs in my region? Calendar of all the upcoming AUG meetings. How to sponsor an AUG, news, a cookbook on how to put on the AUG meetings. Also the list of all the benefits and resources. And there is also a link to a survey. So if you wanted to send out a survey to customers afterwards, there's actually a survey link on that site. So a lot of your questions can be answered by going to that page right there. All right, next one. Communication. So we're actually in the process right now of kind of trying to go to a consolidated method for communication. And it was chosen to go with Facebook. And Facebook is a great tool for really getting the word out, sharing photos after the events, RSVPs for the events, finding new users based on. So it's just so we have kind of two things going. You have a master group, which is just a general Atlassian user group page. And then in addition to that, we're just kind of in the process of doing this now, but each of the local AUG chapters are all starting their own Facebook groups, and that's where you can post the events, RSVP, have discussions, post afterwards files or for presentations, photos, videos. It's also a great way to really get the attendees, the users who are coming, involved in the agenda. You know, get a feel for what it is that people want to see, what do people want to talk about. So that is basically the communication hub for the user groups. Some frequently asked questions: is travel required? So just to whatever local venues that you want to hold the meetings at. How does the money work? So basically, you pay in advance for whatever you need: food, drinks, any other items, and then you just go to that site, submit a form, and they'll send you a reimbursement check. How do I promote? The toughest is always the beginning, and so in the beginning, Atlassian and Brittany will help by going to the customers in your area and sending them a mailing and telling them and promoting and letting them know. But then once you guys have got off the ground running, the next step is to really use that Facebook group page to let people know when there's events and spread and tweet about it and everything. So Atlassian will help in the beginning, and then just make sure you foster the Facebook group page to keep it going. All right, a few tips. Definitely want to leverage partners. Like I mentioned that earlier, they are a great asset. They have a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of partners who are presenting at the meeting today, at Summit this week. Definitely leverage them for venues as well. Solicit presentations early and often. So presentations are basically the formal aspect of the AUG meetings. I've definitely found it best to make them more like lightning talks, cap them at 15 minutes. That helps it be a little less of a curve to get people to actually make presentations and do presentations. So kind of keep them short with just a few key points, and then leave room for Q&A. So for the user groups that I run, we typically have 2 presentations. And I try to do as best as possible making sure that the presentations cover different topics. Definitely want to make sure you hit both admins and users. I've noticed about a 50-50 split with admins and users at the meeting, so make sure you address both. Birds of a feather sessions, this is really when a lot of the magic happens, is a lot of users come for one thing only. It's, I have one question and I want to get it answered and I want to talk to someone. So the birds of a feather sessions are basically like focus groups where you can either separate into here's Jira, here's Confluence, here's admin, and get people to kind of talk in what it is they're interested in. Make sure to take photos, videos, and afterwards follow up with a thank you, and let everyone know how grateful you were that they came. So, and that is it. Thank you.